thing was even. Hello, good morning. What's up, junk pile? How are you? You the first to make it in this morning. Well, this afternoon now. What's good? Get myself settled up right now. Just waiting for a few more people to come on through. Yep, just giving some people a little time to come on in. Hello, what's up, T193? Good afternoon. How you doing? Yeah, I'll just give it a few more minutes and then I'm gonna go and chime on in. Did you get my message to you? No. When did you send it? You sent me something? Did you like comment under it, or was it something you sent directly to Eat Me? Okay. No, I don't think I checked it yet. But I'm definitely gonna get to it and check it. Cause I got to send you and Denini and a couple of people some info. Cause I want to try to get all of you guys on board with my live stream with my Google Hangout thing. Well, I guess I'm going to go ahead on and proceed. Good afternoon. What's good, everyone? Thank you for tuning in and rocking out with me this afternoon. Your girl, Lady Mocha, here at Cafe de Paris. My email was in there about 30 minutes ago. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely when I get your email, I'll make sure I get that information and retain it. That way, when I get ready to do my Google Hangout and stuff, I can go ahead and submit that information to you. Sent under you section that you can check in your back end. Okay, junk pie, I will definitely do that. For all of you who don't know, I really do not keep up with a lot of celebrity news. I feel like we already have a lot of bloggers that already do that. I try not to really speak too much on celebrity stuff. But this particular situation, I felt it was imperative that I would address it. For all of you who don't know, in breaking trailer park news and white people's news, it has been brought out that Britney Spears, who has been a pop singer for many, many years. For all of y'all who don't know Britney Spears, she's did hits like Hit Me Baby One More Time, Pieces of Me, and Britney Spears has been she's definitely got a lot of receipts. Britney Spears has been in the music game for years, for quite some time, ever since she's been a little girl. And basically, what ended up happening was she messed herself up pretty bad when she got with this dude by the name of Kevin Federline, okay? Everybody knew the moment she got with Kevin Federline, it pretty much became a curse to her because her career and everything pretty much went downhill from that point. Good morning. Welcome, D brother. Well, good. I keep saying good morning. It's good afternoon. Good afternoon, D brother. Good afternoon, Nolan. Thank y'all for stopping in. As I was stating, in white people's news, for all of y'all who did not hear, Britney Spears, who is a pop singer. She's been a pop singer ever since she's been, on the celebrity scene. She's been in the music industry for years. I think she even started out on one of those little Disney shows on Disney before she got big. Her and Justin Timberlake from Backstreet Boys. So she's been in the industry. She's been in the music industry for years. Well, basically, her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, or they will call FedEx or K-Fed. Basically, what has happened 2 days ago, he has decided to go to court to pursue an increase on child support. Okay, Basically, he has stated that $20,000 is not enough of money. Okay? Now keep in mind, K-Fed and Brittney have been divorced every bit of almost 10 years now. And unfortunately, when she had her breakdown moment, I don't know if y'all remember that time when she shaved all her hair off her head and she went through a wait and exhale moment, after the divorce and everything went left. Basically, Kevin Federline, K-Fed, he played the game. I got to hand it to him, hands down. When things went left and he seen she was crumbling under pressure, even though he was the one who caused all of that damage and all of that pain, he came right on in. As soon as she had her went into that mode of having a nervous breakdown, he played it smart. He came in full force. He lawyered up, got him some lawyers, and basically, he was smart. I'll hand it to him. He is definitely a real pimp. He pimped the game and he played it well. I got to give respect to what it's due. When he seen her ass acting crazy, acting like she was going to jump off the bridge and kill her damn self because she went shaving her hair and all this other crazy stuff, he got smart, got a lawyer, and said, I need to get my sons. Basically, she's not emotionally stable. She's not mentally stable. My boys need to be with me. And of course, it worked out in his favor. And to this day, he still has full custody and legal custody of the guys. I'm saying guys, of the boys. I'm sorry. To this day, he still has custody, okay? So basically, she's been paying him the child support, which righteously so, because she's the one with the money. He don't have no money. And then on top of that, he's the one who has custody of the boys. So, basically what has happened, over that course in time, Kevin Federline has moved on. He's been remarried since. He's married to some tennis player. He's had another child since. And what I do admire about Kevin, for him to be the sleazeball loser that he is, what I did notice about him where he was smart, if you notice, you have not heard anything bad about this dude in the media since he got custody of those boys. He got smart. He laid low. He wasn't on the scene getting in any trouble. He played it smart. I got to give this dude his props. Kevin Federline played the game and he played it well. Okay, good morning. What's up, Jamie? What's up, Mr. Mad? Thank you guys for dining in and stopping by this afternoon with me, Lady Mocha at Cafe de Paris, just to put you guys on in white people news. As I was explaining to the subscribers that was already here, Kevin Federline, Britney Spears' ex-husband, is looking for an increase in child support. Basically, he is stating that $20,000 is not enough for damn money, okay? For all of you who don't know, Kevin Federline has not only full custody, he has legal custody of both of their sons, okay? Remember when Brittney jumped off the deep end and she was having a damn Bernadette from waiting to excel moment? She went shaving all the goddamn hair off her head and busting up car windows and doing all kind of bipolar goddamn stuff. Well, it worked out in Kevin Federline's favor because he got smart. When he seen her jumping off the deep end, he came in like Hurricane Irma, honey. Lawyered up and snatched those boys, and he has had custody ever since then. Now, the problem is, as I was stating, things have changed within the course of time. These boys, believe it or not, they are 10 and 11 years old now. Damn, time flies, okay? They are big boys now. He's had custody of his sons all this time, okay? So, everybody want to call K-Fed a loser, but I call him a smart-ass pimp, honey. He was smart. He played the game. I got to pop my collar. I got to pop K-Fed collar. I got to pop it for him because he played it real well and he played it real smooth. I mean, he's a certified pimp, okay? So, basically what ended up happening now is Kevin Federline has been remarried since, okay? He has another wife. He has another wife now. He has had another child since then, okay? Basically, they not making no bread like that. All right. So what he's doing, he 2 days ago, he just went to court to file a notion. He wants an increase in child support. He's basically saying that 20,000 is not enough for money. It's not enough money. And for him, hell, it probably ain't. The way he like to spend, I'm sure it's not enough for money. Okay? I mean, this is my whole purpose of doing this video. The purpose of me doing this video is not so much about Britney Spears or the fact that she's a celebrity. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you pick up somebody who's not on your goddamn level. This is what happens, okay? When you pick up somebody from the bottom and you put them on to your success and you put them on to your accomplishments, this is what happens. They try to take you for everything you've got, okay? So now this is what's going on. So now he's been hearing that Brittney has been doing a lot of shows in Vegas, and a lot of the shows she's been doing, she's been getting paid like $125,000. Let me check, because I want to have my information right. Matter of fact, I'ma just read this information to y'all real quick. This is from TMZ. This is where I got this information from. It says Brittney and Kevin Federline's child support battle rages on. Kevin spent most of his adult life hanging on for dear life to Brittney's coattails. So literally no one is surprised he's trying to squeeze more money out of her. Yeah, we saw that coming. After the initial report broke detailing Kevin's legal requests to up his monthly child support from $20,000, the singer was angry, which, yeah, she should be very pissed. Days later, a separate story claimed she was leaning towards agreeing to pay more simply because she didn't want to deal with the stress of it. So basically, she was going to try to go ahead and settle and give him what he wanted, just so, she could pretty much not have to deal with it. Just hurry up and give him something or whatever. But basically, the two parties volleyed back and forth. Kevin's reps claim now that Brittney is making more money. Kevin deserves more. Mr. Spears hit back wanting to know what has to do with the needs of Sean and Jaden. K-Fed probably didn't mention he'd like to avoid getting an actual job, like literally everyone else, because there's a bit of an inconvenience for him. After they first divorced, she cut him a check for $1.3 million. Damn. Wow. And gave him spousal support for several years. Damn. In addition to the monthly child support. Oh my goodness, that is just hurting my spirit. That's a lot of goddamn money to give somebody who ain't never had nothing. Good grief. Anyway, let me read on. I'm trying to get to the most important goddamn stuff. Let me see. Basically, I'm gonna have to pull it up from somewhere else now. Just give me a minute, y'all. Increase. Basically, she tried to settle with him under the table, and he was like, hell no. I don't want no 20,000. I want more money than that. Nolan, guess what? I have to co-sign with you on that. It's unfortunate, but women have been doing it for years. And now men are doing it. And the thing about it is, had it been on the other foot, nobody would not have cared. Had he been the one that been successful and he had all the money, because society has this sexist attitude, even though women today are so independent and we want equal rights, but we don't want them damn equal rights when it come to paying out the goddamn pocket. Women, we want equal rights, but don't ask us to come out our pocket. That honey, basically, yes, if it was on the other foot, nobody would have thought nothing of it. But because he's a man, and being that he's a man that don't have much of a status, he pretty much came in to her life with nothing. That is the reason why K-Fed is getting so much flack from the media, and everybody's calling him a loser. Everybody's calling him all of these names. He's catching a lot of heat right now. But ladies, unfortunately, feminism now has put us in a position to where they are making us step up just as much as these men, okay? So if you are a woman that's making good money and you've always been successful, be careful what kind of man you pick up, because he's going to take you for everything you got, okay? And same thing with you guys. Because you brothers, y'all do it too. Y'all will pick up these women that got more goddamn baggage than they carry on the Greyhound bus. Y'all pick up people from the bottom and you put them on board with your success. You put them on board with your accomplishment. They are going to try to drain the life out of you. They're going to take you for everything you got. Because 9 times out of 10, that's the only reason they got with you in the first place, because you was financially well off. You was financially successful, so you know they're not going to leave empty-handed. They're not going to. That is the chance you take when you pick up somebody that is not on your level. And it's a bunch of women, especially, who are doing it. Brothers don't do it as much. Men, I notice y'all do use a little bit more discernment. It's not too many brothers in the NBA that's gonna pick up a chick that stays in the pork and bean projects. You're not gonna see too many brothers that are really successful that's going to pick up a broad that's from the bottom. You don't see it happen too often with the brothers. But you women, and this is the other thing, Britney Spears is not the only woman who has done this. Several women in this industry keep picking up guys that are on their salary. Jill Scott just had a situation herself. Jill Scott is in the same boat. Her husband divorced. They wasn't even married a good damn year. And Jill Scott gave her husband $20,000 prior to filing for divorce. Okay? He ain't even been in the marriage long enough to earn anything. All right? And make it so bad, he was a guy who was playing in her band. Okay? Same thing happened with Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez been married so many goddamn times. I don't even know how many husbands, but I think it was husband number 3, husband number 4. Chris Judd was her backup dancer. Chris Judd was her backup dancer. She married him, and when they divorced, she had to break him off a slice of pie. She had to break him off some bread. Why are these women who are successful and got all this money and have put so much years into earning a revenue, into earning based off of their success and their talent? Why do they pick up brothers that are on their salary? Why they resort to picking up brothers that are backup dancers? Matter of fact, Jennifer Lopez did it twice. She had 2 backup dancers. She had to pay off Chris Judd, and then that young dude, I think his name was Casper. You ain't learned from the first time when the first damn backup dancer, you had to pay him. She turned right back around again, and this time she picked up an even younger dude that was a background dancer. It's so many women that keep paying the price, picking up these guys that are not on their level. And then these women that are in the industry, they picking up the guys that they are paying. Jill Scott, her husband was in her band. She was already paying him. She was paying him already. It's a couple of them who did it. Yep, Kevin Federline was a backup dancer. And Britney Spears put him on to her success. Fatal mistake. This is what happens when you pick people up from the bottom. They will seriously drain the hell out you, okay? Just anytime her sons, because she needs to get some more of in their lives. Nolan, that's a good, I feel where you're coming from. But I think what happened was Kevin is so hell-bent, her ex-husband and father of her boys. I believe this pimp is so hell-bent. He has it so lockjaw to where she really can't even get to her kids like that. That's just my opinion. I really believe he got the custody situation kind of lockjawed to where she's real limited. She can't. I mean, he done had those kids in his possession for almost 10 years. I just think he kind of got it to where she's really, she's fenced. I think she's just kind of limited. I don't think she could do but so much. And yeah, Junk Pile, she was the ish back in the day. Now, keep in mind, for all of you who don't know the history with this Kevin Federline and Brittney marriage, let me give you the background on this scenario. For those of you who don't know the real deal, how the hell they got together. Okay? When I say karma is a bitch, sometimes you get people the way you lose them. First of all, again, K-Fed was a backup dancer. Alright? That was the first mistake. Okay? Secondly, he was in a relationship with an actress by the name of Shar Jackson at the time. Now, for those of you who don't know who Shar Jackson is, if you have been fans of the show Mocha back in the day, she was the goofy one that played as Niecy. Okay? She's played in a couple of movies. Okay? And basically, he was with her. They were together. Matter of fact, they even had children together at the time, okay? So he was already in a relationship with a woman at the time when he was dealing with Brittney. So you know what happens when you go on the road with these stars and you work for these stars. You know, although you work for them, if you're a backup dancer for a star, eventually y'all having lunch together. Eventually, y'all on the damn tour bus together. Eventually, y'all shopping. You around these people all the time. This is how stars end up hooking up with a lot of the people that work for them. Like Usher, his first wife, Tamika Foster, she was his stylist, okay? When you are constantly around these makeup artists, you're around these stylists, you're around these backup dancers, sometimes people tend to mix business with pleasure. It happens a lot. And that is what ended up happening. What's up? Wake the hell up. I know you told me to call you last night. I had way too much stuff to do. But if you are available, I promise you, I will call you when I'm done with this live chat. So if you got time, Rollo, I will definitely call you when I'm done with this live chat. Just last night was bad timing. I had too much stuff I had to do, so I couldn't call you, okay? But as I was stating, he had already been with somebody, okay? And like I said, when you work for these stars, you end up hanging out with these stars. Y'all having damn Starbucks together. Y'all shopping together. And slowly but surely, Britney Spears and Kevin Federline started connecting and hanging around. And next thing you notice, one thing led to another. Shar Jackson was told she was caught by surprise. This Negro had the audacity to tell her he wasn't coming back no more. And Shar was like, what? You know how you let your man go work for somebody and he has the audacity. You thinking he gonna come home with a paycheck so you can put some damn groceries in your house and y'all can take the kids out to get some White Castles or something. He gonna tell you, baby, I ain't going home. I'm not coming home. What? Yeah, Junk Pile, you know K-Fed and Brittney was everywhere, honey. They been to IHOP. They been to Starbucks. They been to goddamn Red Lobster. I'm telling you. Kevin Federline saw opportunity and he jumped it. But the bad part about it was he was already in a relationship with a woman that held him down when he was nothing. Holla at you later, Junk Pile. Thank you for stopping by and checking on me and seeing about me. I will hit you up soon. I got your email. Thank you. To add insult to injury, like I said, he called Shar Jackson, his current girlfriend, and told her, I didn't want to be with you no more. She said the only thing she remembered was he asked her one night if he could go hang out with his guys, if he could go hang out with the fellas. Her being a down chick she is, she said, okay, sure, no problem. See you later. Go have a good time. You know, just call me, whatever, be safe. She thinking he just going out to hang out with the boys. He calls her and tells her, I'm going to be with Brittney. Can you only imagine being in that position? How devastated she was? For a man she's been dedicated to say, I'm leaving you. And all it was he saw an opportunity. A beautiful woman with all this talent, with all this success, with Brittney looking kind of trailer park now, but back then she was very pretty. And you have a woman of that type of status, with that type of credentials, who got access to Starbucks every goddamn day. You know, all the damn VIP and all the MVP, all of these special damn treatments of luxury. Of course, that was not something he was going to pass up on. He was not going to pass up on that. Hey, Hershey Kiss, what's up, boo? How's it going? Thank you for stopping by. Just to kind of give you a brief run on those of you who are coming in, I'm talking about the Britney Spears and Kevin Federline situation. Okay, if you guys don't already know, Kevin Federline wants an increase in child support. The $20,000 she's been paying him every month, he's saying basically that's not enough money. He's trying to hit her back in her pockets again. Now that he knows she's making like 125,000 per show in Vegas. Now he's being greedy. He basically being greedy, and he's trying to come in full force. He wants more money. That's what I'm talking about. These women who have money, who are successful, they pick up these guys that are from the bottom, who don't have much of anything. And what ends up happening is when things don't work out in a relationship, these men are making sure they're not leaving empty-handed. It has happened to dozens of women in the industry. It has happened to Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez has had to kick out money twice to two different guys who was her backup dancers. She had to kick out money to them when the relationship ended. It happened with our girl, Mary J. Blige. Mary J. Blige was with Kendu, 22, 23 years? I don't know. And, of course, he had got some bread. She's paying him $30,000 a month. I don't know how long she got to pay it. But Jill Scott, she dodged a bullet where her husband actually ended up losing in court. Okay, so Jill Scott got lucky, but even Jill Scott got played because she paid him 20 grand. She deposited $20,000 in his account before they even went to court. So he still got some money out of her, even though the judge didn't grant him any. She still gave him 20 grand on her own voluntarily. And the whole reason I am speaking on this subject, ladies and gentlemen, is because this is what happens when you pick up people that is not on your level. When you pick up people who don't have nothing, who don't come from nothing, the moment they break up with you, you know they're going for the pockets because you have introduced them to the life of luxury. Okay? Kevin Federline had all these privileges of all these nice sports cars. He was going to Starbucks every goddamn day with Brittney. He was shopping like he never shopped before. He had access to her black card. He's swiping here, swiping there. He everywhere doing what the hell he wants to do. Yep, you right. Yep, Sherry Shepherd, same thing. These women is picking up these guys, these dudes who don't have nothing. And when these guys get tired of them and no longer want them or the relationship doesn't work, what they do is they hit them in the pockets. And the same thing happens with you guys out there. You guys are picking up these women that got a lot of baggage, and you men try to be save-a-hole. You try to pick up these women who you know are down on their luck, who you know are struggling, who you know got too much baggage, and you still try to put them on to your success. You try to help them out. You try to basically help clean up all their problems. And what happens is these women forget that when you came to them, how they struggled, how they didn't have anything. No problem, Nolan. How they didn't have anything. They forget about all of that. They forget about all of that. I know men who have been generous and who have taken women in their lives and accepted the fact that they had children from other guys. I've known men who have been generous and played the role of being the bigger man accepting her children, even though none of them came from him. A lot of men have done this. And don't you know, when a relationship don't work out, some of these women have even gotten child support from these men to pay for their kids, even though the kids ain't theirs. That's what happened. That almost happened to producer, I think his name is Timberland. The producer Timberland. His ex-wife almost did that to him. I think they back together now. But even though that child was not his, just the fact that he married her and accepted that child as his, even though she had that child from a previous relationship. Do you know, when she went to court to file divorce, she was trying to get him to pay for this child that wasn't even his. Exactly. You have a point, James Harvey. Yeah, they try to pick up men who they think they can control. You absolutely right. And it's a lot of women who do this crap. I don't know how many of y'all are fans of the Atlanta Housewives. I kind of fell off board because it's starting to look too scripted to me. I haven't watched it none this season. I kind of stopped watching it once I think last season 9, I stopped watching it. But if y'all are familiar with that reality show, Phaedra Parks did the same thing. Apollo was a convict. Okay? And she knew that Apollo still had convict tendencies. She still married this man, had 2 children from this man, and thought that her money and her good looks was going to make him straighten up and be the image of the husband that she had in mind. And it became a total fluke. Even all the Armani suits she brought him, all the gator shoes she paid for, she still couldn't take out the hood. You can take a man out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the man. No different than guys. You can take a female out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the female. Wherever you found them from, you are not going to be able to remove those traits. I'm sorry. If they hood and they ratchet and you put them in a brand new mansion, you put them in a Lamborghini, they still going to be hood and they still going to be ratchet. Man, these celebrities got too much to do, but I really don't follow them like that. But we disagree on them. Yeah, hey, what's up? Hi, just my 4 cents. What's up? Welcome to Cafe de Paris for everybody who is tuning in. Basically, I'm doing a topic pertaining to the Britney Spears and Kevin Federline situation. If you have not heard about it, I'm not too big on celebrities myself, but the reason I had to do, I felt it was imperative that I did this topic is because this is a fine example of why you cannot pick people up from the bottom and try to bring them up to your level. When you pick people up from the bottom and you try to bring them up to your level, you end up putting yourself in a chaotic situation. Oh yeah, for my 4 cents, I definitely believe that. Hell yeah, anybody who does not believe Phaedra Parks had nothing to do with Apollo's criminal activities is a goddamn fool. We know she knew what the hell he was doing. Ain't no way you gonna be sleeping next to the same penis every night. You eating with him and you sleeping with him and you don't know what this Negroid was doing. She knew what she was doing, but what she did was she got smart. And she kept her money separated from his. She got smart, and that's why she had her own funeral business. You notice when she did the Atlanta Housewives, she played the role. She played it well. She made sure she was doing different businesses. She had the funeral home going. She knew, being a lawyer, because lawyers are manipulative, she knew that if he was to ever get caught, they was going to look at her. So what she did was opened up all of these little businesses and stuff to make herself look clean. Her hands was in it, but she was smart enough to know how to mastermind. Exactly. She knew how to mastermind it from the background. But she kept her hands clean. You know, and I think furthermore, the reason why Apollo didn't throw her up under the bus as much as he could have is because he was probably worried about his sons. He didn't want his sons losing both of his both of their parents. So he became the bigger guy and said, you know what, I'll take the fall. And I give him props for that. But even though that kind of sucks, you know what I mean? But I believe it was more so for his sons. He didn't want his sons to suffer not having either one of them. What's up, Simply Deep? Welcome to Cafe de Paris. Yes, honey, it is a big mess going on. K-Fed, Kevin Federline, or FedEx, whatever you want to call him. Britney Spears' ex-husband, honey. He is the true pimp of all pimps. I got to get him a pimp cup. I got to that basically give him the certified pimp of the year award. He is a true pimp. Let me tell you ladies something. A true indication of how you can see pretty much if you about to get yourself in a loser situation. Now, to just kind of school y'all ladies a little bit, you know, and fellas, if y'all want to chime in, you know, you're welcome to chime in as well. It's little stuff that I peep. If you look back, if any of y'all get a chance, if y'all bored and y'all ain't got nothing to damn do, Google Britney Spears' first wedding. Google when she, not her first wedding, because she was married to somebody else. Google when she got married to damn K-Fed. And as I recall, this joker was wearing a jacket. He had on like a tux. The wedding was so goddamn tacky. The wedding was tacky as hell. It wasn't even no goddamn wedding. I don't know what that was. It was just plain damn tacky. But I remember him and all his groomsmen, his homeboys or whatever. To me, it was like the wedding was like a goddamn, like a ghetto, a white ghetto trailer park type of, I don't know what it was. It just was hideous. But him and all his groomsmen had on similar texts. I think they had on jeans. It wasn't even like a real traditional wedding. I think they had on jeans and jackets. I don't goddamn remember. The thing that stood out to me was the back of his jacket said pimp. I'ma see if I can find it. I'ma see if I can find that thing, matter of fact. Let me see. Kevin Federline. I'ma see if I can damn find that thing. But as I can recall, he had it embroidered. He had it embroidered, an embroidery, if I'm pronouncing the word right. He had an embroidery on his jacket. I believe it said pimp of the day, if I'm not mistaken. I think he had it inscripted on his damn jacket. Let me see. Carolina. Yeah, I can't find a damn thing. But I remember on their wedding day, he had that inscripted in the back of his jacket. And he was walking down the aisle with that. Now, that was already a sign what his motives were. That's already a sign. What man on his wedding day would even have something like that printed on the back of his coat? That already let you know where his motives were from the beginning. And anytime you get a man who wants to marry faster than a woman does, that's already a big sign. Because men are very skeptical individuals. Men just don't marry women any kind of way, and unless they really have a connection with them and they've been with them for a long time. Men are not quick to marry. So when a man wants to rush down the aisle quicker than a woman, that's a big ass red flag. And every woman that has met a man that want to marry quick, they have paid the price. Have you best interest? Yep, exactly, Mr. Williams. That's the problem. What it is, people are more in love with what that person represents than who they truly are. He was in love with Britney Spears. That was the whole bottom line. He was in love with Britney Spears. When it boiled down to it, when he got to meet the real Britney Spears behind closed doors, without the hair extensions, without the makeup, without the tans, without the damn, he got to see the real Britney Spears. He got to see the dimples in her thighs. He was around her, so he saw all her real imperfections, okay? So he no longer really saw her as this diva glamour doll. You know what I'm saying? When you put people on with your success and they get used to your success, they not really looking at you the same way. They start to really see your real imperfections. I mean, the same thing with Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey. Only difference was Nick Cannon did already have some type of statuses. He already had his own amount of stardom before he got with Mariah Carey. But when he married Mariah Carey, his status really soared even higher, okay? And they had married really quick. And then you have to think about it. He was really young. What guy at his age wouldn't have took on that opportunity of Mariah Carey, this diva of stardom, this millionaire? What dude wouldn't have took that offer, you know? But once he dealt with the real Mariah behind closed doors, to where he had to tote her damn pocketbook for her. She had him dressed up like damn cartoon characters. And, you know, she made him like a goddamn puppet. And eventually, Nick Cannon got tired of that crap. He was like, oh, hell no. It got lame. It was exciting at first. It's exciting, traveling, going places with people like this who got these big statuses. But after all that is said and done, when you are not on the red carpet, behind closed doors, you have to be around this person, you sleeping with this person, you eating with this person, you see the real them. And that's what happens in a lot of cases. That's why there's so many celebrity divorces. It's a lot of people in Hollywood. It's a lot of couples. It's a lot of marriages in Hollywood that are not surviving because people was more concerned with the goddamn image than they was the person. You know, like for example, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they are a high power couple. A high power couple who I truly respect. Jay-Z has been on the grind for years. You know, he came up pretty rough and God just pretty much blessed him to become this successful dude. He's basically a goddamn, I don't even know the word. What's the word? He's like an entrepreneur, you know. And same thing with his wife Beyonce, you know. And they become a big power couple. But like any other couple, there was a lot of issues behind closed doors. Jay-Z confessed to cheating. He confessed, as beautiful as his wife is, it still didn't stop him from putting his penis out there with other women. Because guess what? He gets to see the real Beyonce without the weave, without the makeup, without all the damn Photoshop. He's seen all the wrinkles, all the cellulite. Believe me, he sees all of that up close and personal. He's seen all of that. All right? So, like any other man, especially if you're a man with money, hell, you like variety. Men with money like variety. And he tiptoed a little bit out there. He confessed it. This ain't something I'm blasting him about. He said he been out there and been dealing with other women and all kind of stuff like that. You know, because at the end of the day, behind closed doors, you're going to have to deal with the reality. Too many of us are hooked on the fantasy of being with people. But when the fantasy is gone, you got to deal with the reality. Guess what? Behind closed doors, his drawers stank. He probably leave his drawers on the floor. He probably done found her panties on the floor. You know what I'm saying? He probably take his dirty clothes and throw them on the floor next to the dirty clothes pantry. My husband does that all the time, and it pisses me off. I'm like, the dirty clothes pantry is right there. Why you want to take your dirty shirt that you worked in all day, and he does it all the time? He throws it on the goddamn floor next to the dirty clothes pantry. I'm like, dude, is you serious? Anyway, typical husband problems. Basically, like I said, you dealing with the real deal. And then on top of that, you got to deal with their nasty ass ways. And that's why a lot of these men, if you notice, they don't care how successful or how beautiful these women is, they leave their ass. They leave them. That's like Safari, who left Nicki Minaj. Nick Cannon left Mariah. You know, the list goes on. A lot of these men have left these beautiful, successful women. Damn, Jennifer Lopez, just about every dude she had left her. Every last one of them. Yeah, he wasn't about married Samuel. But you know what? He's older now. I think he done got all of that out of his system. He wasn't married. Jay-Z was still big pimping back in the days, okay? Everybody know that about Jay. But Jay is older now, so he's just on a different level. He had to go through that childish bullshit like most men do. But she didn't. She teaches young girls all one way. Yep, pretty much just for my sense. Yeah, and I believe Hershey Kiss. I believe that was the initial intent. But like I said before, a lot of people go into marriage with motives, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't believe for a second. A lot of people go into marriage with motives. They do. Because I'll even admit it. I had a motive when I got married. I did. Because my motive was I knew my husband was very successful and he was going to own his own roofing business. And I felt like I could just be a housewife. I could stay home, be a housewife, just take care of our daughter, because he used to just give me big money all the time. He would give me big money and let me shop. And that's all I did. I was an at-home wife who shopped and spent money all the time while my husband was the one who always worked. But this is what happens. When you go into things with motives, sooner or later, your relationship is going to get tested. Welcome to Cafe de Paris Trade One. Thank you for tuning in. You may go into these relationships for one reason, but what ends up happening is a lot of the times your relationship is going to get tested. Because while I thought I was going to be able to be this at-home wife and could sit down and just wipe my husband's card anytime I wanted to, and not really have to contribute, let him be the one to handle everything, it came a point when times got hard. And he was in a position to where he was not able to produce the same amount that he started off with. You know what I'm saying? So what ended up happening was reality had sank in to where what I thought was going to always be, the tables had turned. Changes came about. And this is what happens in a lot of marriages, in a lot of relationships. You have people that will get with people for one reason. You get with somebody because they got money. You get with somebody because you feel like they're going to take care of you and all this other stuff. But what do you do when they get in a situation and they can't take care of you? They can't produce for you what they took to get you. Now they can't keep supplying that to keep you. And this is when you find out what you really got. This is when you find out, because everybody can talk a good game and say, you my husband, I'm your wife, I love you, I'ma always be dedicated to you, I'ma always have your back. People talk a good game, but you will find out who the hell you really dealing with when the grits hit the fan. Okay? That's when you find out if you got a good woman or a good man. When times get hard and that person walks out your life, or they split on you, the moment things go wrong, that will let you know all along it was never about you. It was only about what they could get from you. And that's how a lot of people get hurt. It's because by the time they find out that the person didn't mean them well, it's usually too late. It's usually too late. Yeah, she wanted to be a melon. Yeah, she wanted to be. A lot of them go in wanting to be trophy wives, but they find out. And that's the thing. A lot of people think marriage and relationship is all about having somebody to do for you, having somebody to take care of you. What people are not realizing is marriage, most people get into marriages because they are more consumed with the benefits of getting married. But what they're not finding out, for every marriage that has benefits, there's also responsibilities, and that's the problem. You have too many people that are getting married for the benefits and not getting married for the responsibilities. Yep, D brother, I don't blame you one bit, but I can say I'm a living witness to it. You will find out, because when times got hard, I realized I had to love my husband for who he really was, not for what he can do for me. Because guess what? When money got tight and we couldn't go out and eat, guess what? I made sandwiches. Guess what? I cooked. You know what I mean? Yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button. I appreciate it. I knew part of me being in a relationship meant that I was gonna have to endure the good times and the bad times. I couldn't be one of those women that, as long as the money coming in good, as long as he's splurging on me, as long as he's showing me a good time, then I'm happy. I have had to learn that in a marriage, you have to adjust. You have to adjust. There's going to be good times. There's going to be bad times. There's going to be times y'all going to go out of town and ball out like you hit the lotto. And there's going to be times where, okay, the bills done got tight. You got to sit your ass down. Ain't no going to Red Lobster. We're going to have some poke and bean and weenies. But if you really love each other, that won't even matter to you. It won't even matter. I am just as content even if me and my husband just go out for a chicken sandwich, or if I got to stay home and cook, or we cook together. That's what marriage and relationships is all about. But as I was stating, it's a lot of women in the Hollywood world that are getting pimped by these guys that are pretty much not on the same level. As I was stating before, when you pick somebody up that is not on your level and things don't work out, they gonna try to take you for everything that you got. Because let's face it, y'all, divorce is bitter. When people divorce, people get bitter. They want half of everything. They want custody of the children. They don't want you even seeing the kids. You know, they whole family, your in-laws turning against you. The same in-laws that used to invite you to the house and y'all have Thanksgiving together, y'all have cookouts together. Now that you divorcing a brother or divorcing your sister, you know, they act like, nah, you ain't never been a part of family. I'm telling you, divorce will bring out a lot of goddamn, you know what I'm saying, wickedness. I'm telling you, when people get divorced, they get bitter as hell. I'm telling you. Yeah, you know, a lot of people, you know, Melanie Trump, she knew what she signed up for. She knew what she signed up for. You know what I mean? A lot of these women who deal with these high-profile men, they know just what the hell they be signing up for. But a lot of them, they don't mind. They don't mind because they feel like they still get the benefit. Okay? They still have access. They still have access to the bank account. They got access to the Rolls Royce. They got access to the penthouse. But at the end of the day, none of that stuff means nothing when you're miserable. When you're miserable and y'all are not connecting and y'all are not on the same page, I'm telling you, it gets old. You don't care about them Prada bags after a while. You don't care about all these extravagant trips. When you and your mate are not connecting, y'all are not communicating, that stuff gets old very quick. Hey Uptown, how you doing? Welcome to Cafe de Paris. For everybody who's just tuning in, just to give you a little refresh on what I am talking about in white folks news, Britney Spears, the pop diva, R&B diva, her ex-husband, the father of her two boys, he is petitioning in court. He wants an increase in child support. He basically says that $20,000 a month is not nothing. And at insult to injury, this dude is already married. He's already married. He's had another child since then, and he still wants Britney to take care of him. Ain't that sad? That's truly sad. You got a lot of people who are still paying for somebody else's lifestyle and somebody else's relationship. Mary J. Blige is going through that. Mary J. Blige, her ex-husband Kendu, is getting $30,000 a month, and he's with that young broad. He's with the broad that basically that Mary J. Blige was mentoring. Thank you for the donation, T193. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yeah, basically Kendu Isaacs, Mary J. Blige's ex-husband, him and his new chick is living off of Mary J. Blige money. Yes, just my sense, Barack and Michelle was the best power couple. I'm telling you, if anybody wants an example of a power couple, that I would say Barack Obama and Michelle. And the reason why I can respect them is because they both struggled together. It was, they both have definitely accomplished a lot way before Obama even became president. So it's definitely, they're a couple I will always respect, and they done tried to find so much dirt on Obama, and they have not been able to. But see, when God has favor on your life, it don't matter how much the enemy tries to find things on you, God will cover you. That's why it's important to have a relationship with him. Let me see. I missed something. Don't forget about. Oh yeah, Simply Deep. You're right. Aisha Taylor, her white ex-husband, he took her to the cleaners. So for you sisters who think it's safe if you're getting on the other side, not necessarily. And some of you brothers too. Some of you brothers who think it's safe if you go on the other side because you don't want to deal with black women, you don't want to deal with their attitude, you don't want to deal with this, that. Guess what? Them white women, they don't have no mercy. Piss a white woman off, she will burn your ass just as quick as a goddamn chick in the projects. It don't matter what side of the fence you go on. It don't matter what side of the team you pray for. You piss that person off, don't kiss their ass, don't do what they want you to do, they gonna burn you. They gonna burn you. A white woman who's an educated lawyer and her father owns 20 businesses, she will burn your ass just as quick as a project chick getting EPT. Don't believe it? Ask Tiger Woods' wife, Elin. A woman is a woman. There's no such thing as all black women is this, all white women is this. A woman is a woman. You piss her ass off, you piss off any woman, she gonna nail your ass to the cross. So people need to come off this damn color thing. It's not safe. I don't care how you play it. I don't care how you play it. You get your white woman, she gonna burn your ass too. Get your project chick, she gonna burn your ass too. Get off this damn color stuff. Shit don't matter. When somebody want to burn you, they gonna burn you. I have nothing against interracial dating. I don't. I just hate when people think it's more safer if you go to the other goddamn side. It ain't no goddamn safer. Like Simply Deep was saying, yeah, Aisha Tyler. What was she on? The View, The Real Talk. I don't know. She was on one of them. I get both of those mixed up. T193, who you referring to? When you say, hold up, he married. Who you referring to? Y'all, because I'm sipping on my Starbucks, so I be missing a lot of the stuff y'all chatting about. Let's see. Yeah, everybody always think they gonna play. They think they playing it safe because they go on the other side. Child, bye. It's gonna be hell over there. It's gonna be the same thing. Piss somebody off. Piss off a white man, piss off a white woman, they'll burn you. And don't let that judge be white. You definitely in trouble. What's up, Real Drag One? What's up, boo? You ain't been putting no money on the books lately. You behind on your child support. Real Drag One has not been paying his child support, viewers. He's slipping. I'm going to have to go talk to my caseworker and get an increase because Drag One is slipping on his child support. He has not been making his payments. This is what happens. You pick up people that's not on your level. Mary J. Blige, Jill Scott, Sherry Shepherd, Jennifer Lopez. It's a lot of them out there who are paying the price. You want to pick some, but you know what? I can't say it's just women who do it. Some of you men do the same thing. Y'all pick up these bras that on the bottom of the totem pole. And you wonder why you have so many problems. You pick up a woman who got all kind of baggage, got all kind of kids and stuff from a previous relationship and all this other stuff. And I'm not saying that all women who got kids from a previous relationship is bad women. Because you have some cases in which some women, they might have made a one bad decision one time. And they learned from it. And that been it. But for you women who done did that 3, 4, 5 times, I don't have no sympathy for y'all. I don't. You got 3, 4, 5 kids, 3, 4 baby daddies. You ain't learned nothing. One time might have been a mistake, but after that, I don't sympathize because you haven't learned anything. Let's see. I'll tell you, no, that's terrible. Let me see, because I missed some of y'all chat. Oh, okay. Yay! He sent me my child support, y'all. Drag One Immortal sent me my child support. Now I'm going to get me some more hair bundles. Little JoJo ain't going to get nothing. I'm going to get me a nail fill-in. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to get my nails done. Thanks, baby daddy. Oh, goodness. See, ladies, that's all you got to do. Threaten the man that you're going to do child support increase and watch he give you money. Oh, goodness. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, Drag One. You up to date now. You'll owe me child support next month. So you good for another month now. And I'ma check your page. If you got an Instagram or you got a Facebook, I'ma check your page. And if I see you spending money on any other broad, I'm definitely gonna ask for an increase. Cause y'all know how the baby mamas do, fellas. The moment she see you with another woman, she gonna talk to her caseworker. I'm telling you. I'm just being real. I'm a clown, y'all. I just like to have a good time. People get money and love mixed up. Yep, Samuel, you're right. People do get money and love mixed up. They really, really do. What people are not understanding is money is just a resource. It is. I think the only way you can really enjoy money as a couple, y'all both got to be into each other. That's the only way y'all going to enjoy any type of luxury. You have to have love. You have to have a deeper connection. That's the only way. Cause I'm like this. If y'all really love each other, guess what? Y'all can have a good time at Chick-fil-A just like you would at damn Carl Ritson. None of that shouldn't even matter. If y'all have a real connection at the end of the day, it don't take all that. You don't need to do all that extra over the top stuff to be able to connect. Just pay child support. Yeah, you just paid child support. All of the fellas in here, I've been hitting y'all off with all this knowledge, and a lot of y'all been slipping on y'all child support. Y'all been side chicking me. Y'all come over here to get some of my knowledge, and then you leave. Too many of you brothers are side chicking me. Y'all side chicking me. You want to come by and get a piece, and then you leave. I don't appreciate that. You need to leave your tab on the nightstand. I done give y'all almost an hour of my life, and you not gonna leave me nothing? Oh, hell no. Oh, goodness. Y'all, I got 2 child support payers. Rest of you brothers, y'all need to catch up. Y'all slipping on my child support now. I'm telling you, I'm trying to get some hair bundles. I got some bundles on sale that I'm trying to get, and I need to get my nails done, and a lot of y'all are slipping. Y'all been side chicking me, and I don't appreciate that. That's not cool. Y'all like to come by and get some and leave. Y'all popping in here today and ain't gonna leave nothing. Oh, yes, Nolan, I'm telling you, do not have any children from a woman unless you know for a fact y'all gonna connect or have a future together, because it's a headache. I see so many guys that are miserable. I'm serious, and that is why I preach so much on this. If y'all look at a lot of my old videos, I speak on child support. I talk about stuff like that a lot. But what's starting to happen is, guys, guess what? It's not just happening to y'all. It's happening to these women. These women is getting pimped. That's the whole reason as to why I did this show, because of Britney Spears. Women is getting pimped. They pick up these guys who they know don't have nothing. And like somebody mentioned earlier, I don't know if it was Samuel, I'm not sure. Somebody mentioned earlier, somebody said a lot of women with money think they can control men. And this is so true. You have a lot of women who feel like because they are successful and they're the ones that are bringing something to the table, they feel like they could buy these men. A lot of these women try to make these men projects, something they could fix up on, and for a while, that person may give in and do most of what you want them to do because they want to enjoy the benefits. But after a while, when, a person done, got used to luxury, done got used to the benefits of being with you, and they got to deal with the real you, after a while, that stuff don't matter to them. Britney Spears, when she was married to this man, this dude, he stayed gone on her. He stayed gone. He stayed gone like all the goddamn time. He was never there. This nigga had, oh, excuse me. My bad. I try not to use the N word a lot. This clown, he stayed gone on her. He was never home. He was never home. When she first got married to him, this dude was so happy that he lucked up and married a woman with all of this money and all the success. He stayed going in the streets. And most of the time, when paparazzi snap pictures of him, he was by himself most of the time. Cause see, what happens is, what happens to a lot of celebrities when they pick up average people, what happens is that average person is only with them basically for the luxury, for the benefits, and all of the things that comes with being married or connected to a star. But what tends to happen over time is they still want the benefits, but what happens is they just don't want it with the person. If that makes any sense to any of you guys or ladies, the majority of them, after a while, they just want the benefits, but they don't want to have to deal with you to have access to those benefits. That's the best way I can explain it. You have to let that marinate. What happened was basically Kevin Federline, he didn't mind, walking hand in hand and strolling all over the place with her and, letting paparazzi take pictures of them together and all this other stuff. He didn't mind playing the role for a while. He didn't mind, being a boy toy for a while. But after a while, he wanted to do his own thing. He wanted to be with his homeboys, but he still wanted to do him off of Britney's benefits, but he didn't want to do it with Britney. And that's what happens. It's a lot of couples that'll do that. It's a lot of women who have gotten with men because they got money and vice versa. And then as time progresses in the relationship, they still want the benefits, but they don't want to be with the person. And you can't have both. It comes a point to where you're going to have to give up something. And basically, it got to the point, Kevin Federline got so out of control on her with her money. All kind of groupies really went to coming at him. And the only reason why a lot of these groupies was coming at him was because he was Britney Spears' husband. So when you put somebody in the limelight who's not used to that kind of attention, they're not used to, especially when they've come from nothing, and you put them in a position of where they have so much access. It's like putting a fat kid in the candy store. Of course, he's gonna want everything that's in there because he's not used to, getting that, having that much access, and that's what happened with Kevin Federline. And it got to the point where Britney just got so damn miserable with him, she had to divorce him because he was draining her. Not only was he draining her financially, but I think what really took the cake, he was draining her emotionally. It come a point when I don't care how much money you give somebody, I don't care how much cars, you could buy a bigger house. If a person is just a straight ass, they an ass. There's not enough money you can give them. There's not enough things you could buy them to make them straighten up. When the person is just no good, they're just no good. And you can't buy them to make them a better wife. You can't buy them to make them a better husband. Some people are just damaged goods. Basically, Kevin Federline was trailer trash who lucked up and hit lotto. That's basically what happened. Well, this guy has no loyalty, but don't worry, his karma will come back. Oh yeah, definitely, he's gonna get his karma. You know that. But in the meantime, he damn sure gonna keep spinning until that karma come. He gonna keep swiping that card, and it's going and eventually it will come to an end because those boys are gonna be 18. Once they're 18, that's it. And they're already 11 or 12. I think they're 10 and 11. So before he know it, he gonna look up 5 years from now. Them boys grown. That's it. And it's a lot of women that do that with that child support. They sit up here and collect, give a man hell, give a man grief. Man got to go for 18 years to pay child support. The man has to witness this broad spend his money on everything but the kids, spend his money on her. A man has to go through years and years and years of seeing the mother of his child abuse the money and take the money and do everything else with it, but support the children. And but before you know it, she looks up, the kids are 18. It's done. So for all of you guys out there that are paying child support and you feeling defeated and you feeling like it's a never ending story, I'm telling you, do not stress it. Eventually it will end. Before you know it, those children are grown. I know it. I lived it. I've experienced my husband go through it. I thought it was never ever going to end. And when we looked up, it was over. So for all you women out there who's getting your child support, enjoy, ball out, but everything has an ending. It does. It has an ending. Child support is not permanent. I thank God for that. It's not permanent. It will end. You know what I mean? So don't let her do her thing. She's spending, messing up the money. Don't worry, because when she look up, she's going to be a full-grown ass woman, and she ain't going to have nothing to show for but some hair bundles and some extra weight from getting all that damn Chinese food off of food stamps. So sometimes we all have gotten pimped at some point in life. When you make a bad choice, you make a bad decision. It's called being a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman. You accept getting pimped. At some point we all get pimped, but learn from getting pimped. Don't put yourself in the same goddamn situation to keep getting pimped. The first time is a learned lesson. Second time is just straight goddamn stupidity. You go through certain stuff in life. You're supposed to go through it so you can grow through it. That's what it boils down to. But some of y'all don't learn. Y'all get back in the same situation over and over and over. And especially females. I've seen a lot of women do it for years. I've seen women who done sit up here and had kids from the worst type of dudes and will turn around, get with another dude, and because the last dude disappointed her and didn't give her that fantasy of a family, she feel like she could start all over and make up for that by getting pregnant again from a whole nother dude. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? When you go through certain stuff, you're supposed to just be on a whole nother level. Some people just will not grow the hell up. They go through the same crap. It's like a damn washing machine. It just keeps spinning in the same goddamn cycle. Some people will never get any further in life because they refuse to learn from their mistakes. They go through the same thing over and over again. I really I feel for Britney Spears for the simple fact that every time you think you have given in and you have given somebody something that they wanted to get them off your ass, and you think you can finally get to a peaceful point in life where you can do you and you can kind of relax a little bit, and as soon as you relax, here this person come at you full force all over again, wanting increase in money, increase in child support. And I know that's a slap in the face because she has to keep putting money in his house, and she knows that his current wife is benefiting off of it, and she knows that the child that him and the current wife have is benefiting off of it. I know that has to be a slap in her face. But again, like I tell everybody, the way you get them is how you lose them. If all y'all don't know the history, Kevin Federline was somebody else's boyfriend. And Brittney took him away from the other woman. And she had no sympathy. She was all on the front cover magazine smiling and holding hands, and she was in Starbucks every goddamn day, paparazzi taking pictures of her and Kevin Federline. She showed her behind. She showed her behind when she got with Kevin, knowing he had belonged to someone else. Yeah, of course, yeah. I mean, Oprah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. Hershey Kiss with that. I'm gonna give you my perspective on that. I don't think Oprah was that smart in a sense. I believe Stedman was pimping her too, and I'm gonna tell you why. Stedman was already getting all the benefits. He didn't have to marry her. You know what I'm saying? That was more him who was calling the shots than it was Oprah. Stedman, just think about it. Just being with Oprah gave him a lot of stuff. He didn't have to marry her. Just the fact that he was known with her, he was already benefiting. I don't think Oprah was the one who was being smart and not marrying him because she was protecting herself. Stedman was already getting pretty much what he wanted just by being with her. That's what I think. I really don't think she was the one who called the shots on that. That's just my opinion now. I don't have no facts. But I really think he was the one. Let me see. I'm trying to see what did I miss, because y'all talking about 50 Cent and Ben Affleck. Let me see. Yeah, I was trying to see what y'all was saying about 50 Cent and Ben Affleck. But yeah, basically the game has changed. Women are coming out their pockets now. These men are not playing. These men is taking these women to court. Mary J. Blige, ex-husband, did it. Sherry Shepherd, Aisha Tyler. These men ain't playing no more. These men says y'all women want to be so goddamn equal rights, we gonna start taking y'all to court and making y'all pay out the pockets too. Yeah, simply, that's what I kind of think. I'm on the same page with you on that. That's how I feel. But what it was, Stedman was so cool because he was so manly. He was not about to let Oprah manipulate him with her money. I strongly believe he was the one who was running that. I'm telling you. Just because a woman got a lot of money, that don't mean she decides she running the show like y'all think she is. We know Oprah as Oprah, but Stedman know her as Oprah. We know her as Oprah. Stedman know her as Oprah. I say they didn't get married to Vivica and J-Lo. Yeah. Hell no. First of all, 50 and Ben Affleck, them dudes had their own bread. They had their own receipts. And then let me tell you something too. I think they were smart enough to know those women was real clingy and possessive, so they wasn't going there like that. Cause J-Lo was really in love with Ben Affleck. I believe she loved him more than any of the guys. She followed him here to Savannah one time. I mean, Ben Affleck had her going, and he was not giving in. He ended up marrying somebody who wasn't near as pretty or near as successful as her. And now that Jennifer, her name was Jennifer too, and she done turned around and divorced him. Hollywood is real messy. They just don't have it together. All of these Hollywood couples, they real messy. Yeah. First of all, 50 Cent is not one of those men that are going to be controlled. It's not happening. 50 Cent, if 50 Cent ever marries, it's because he wants to marry. 50 Cent is not one of them men that any woman could just coerce into doing anything. 50 gonna do what the hell he want to do, how he want to do it. So you want, by the time 50 marries somebody, she gonna be somebody that's one of a kind, and will probably pay big time in the end. You know what? I thought about her, just my 4 cents. I meant to bring her up earlier, but I got distracted talking about other stuff. But yeah, she's another one. But y'all know who else really got to watch it? You know who else who I think really better watch herself? And she's been smelling herself a lot lately. That damn Monique. And I cannot stand her. She's like a yeast infection to me. That Monique, I guarantee you, if her and her husband ever divorce, that he gonna take her to the cleaners. Monique, cause she is really doing the most right now. And he all over the place with her like a little puppy and doing all these interviews with her. He gonna nail her to the cross. That Monique, talking about boycott Netflix. Good child, bye. As high as cable is, I'm not boycotting no damn Netflix. It's only $10 a month. Shoot. I ain't trying to hear that. But I believe Monique, mark my word. How much money y'all want to bet? They ever divorce, he gonna take her to the cleaners. Cause she just got him all over the place, all in her business. She just doing too much. She's starting to aggravate me. At least that's why he was doing all. Yeah, Hershey, girl, did you see that performance? Did you see that performance? I want to take my foot and just literally just put it up his behind. Oh my gosh. I don't like extra ass people. I just don't. She calls him daddy in public. I'm telling you, just my 4 cents of Hershey. If he ever get tired of her, and I believe if they ever divorce, he gonna be the one that's gonna walk. I don't think it's gonna be her because she too desperate. And she knows her options are limited. He gonna be the one to walk on her. Because he's not a bad looking guy. I wouldn't want him. But he's not a bad looking guy. He doing all this extraness and to be the main one to walk off and leave her. I don't trust him. He seems shady to me. He seems shady. I don't care for him. No, you don't, 193. You don't have to marry to get pimped now. Yeah, Monique. She rubs my spirit. Yeah, I'm telling you, Hershey. How much you want to bet, Hershey? How much you want to bet? When he get tired of playing this game and putting on his goddamn Oscar performance, when he get tired of them cellulite and them dinner rolls, when he get tired of seeing them gray hairs, I'm telling you. How much you want to bet? All right, we own Hershey Kiss. I'm serious. I don't like something shady about him. I don't care for him. I don't care for him. And she got him all over the place. Like this, I never did. I don't like women like that. That's extra with their husband. My husband and me and my husband is so wonderful. I can't stand women like that. I don't like that. I don't like women that's extra with their husband. I'm like, if you married, okay, wonderful. You don't have to keep saying my husband and all. That's probably why I don't have no friends, because I'm petty. It's just a lot of stuff that aggravates me. Girl, but ain't nobody getting rid of no Netflix. The moment she said that, I paid my Netflix bill. I doubled my payment on my Netflix bill. Ain't nobody thinking about her like that. No, just my sense. That's what it was, not no moto. She did play the game for a while, but once he started getting out of hand, they don't do the open marriage no more. She talked all that big trash, but when he started going too far, now she done put a stop to it. So they don't have the open marriage no more. She been kind of 86 that. Because he was getting too out of hand. You know, give somebody an inch, they take a mile. So for the last I heard, she had to put a stop to that because brother man was doing too much. Yeah, I'm telling you, again, you cannot put everybody on board. And the thing is, he's sitting up here acting like he got her best interest. Her husband down law. That'll turn around and be the same mofo, the same other foe. That'll turn around and rip her in half. He'll rip her in half. You have to be, and I tell everybody this, you have to be careful how far you allow people into your affairs. You have to be careful because everybody do not keep up with your business because they care. Some people keep up with your business just so they could benefit. And Monique's husband. He strikes me as one of those guys that he's keeping up with everything because he wants to make sure whenever he's ready to bail, he's going to benefit. The only reason he was all up in that whole situation with Netflix, he wanted to make sure Monique got some money so he could benefit. I don't even think he got a job. What is he doing? I don't even think he got a job. That's my opinion. I don't think he working nowhere because he always up under her. He got time to do interviews and all kind of stuff. I don't even think he got a job. I'm telling you, these allergies is a mess. Yeah, but he'll be the main one that'll take her to the cleaners. I'm just not feeling him. The whole moral of the story is stop picking up folks that are not on your level. Stop doing it, because the moment you don't give in to them and they get used to you providing, they get used to you taking care of them, and the moment you get to a point in life when you realize you're getting used, you realize you're getting taken advantage of, and you want out, the first thing they're going to go for is your pockets. Yeah, he's a stay-at-home. No, he ain't no stay-at-home husband. He go every damn well with her. He a goddamn puppy. That's what he is. Because he always everywhere with her. Yeah, you got some women, they all right with house husbands. They do. I'm serious. But he's not a stay-at-home. He don't never stay his ass home. That's the problem. He's every goddamn well with her. He's one of them people, he's like a rash. Every time you think he don't win away, he found a way, he just reappears. He's like a bad rash to me. That's just my opinion. Nolan, I don't think there's no hope. I think Monica's played out. She need to do something behind the scenes, produce some movies or something like that. She need to do something where people don't see her a lot. She one of them people, she got to be a behind the scenes person. She need to do something where nobody don't hardly see her. I think the less people see her, the more credentials she'll get. She one of them people, some people, when you go to McDonald's and stuff, certain people, everybody ain't good working up front. Some people need to be in the back to flip the burgers. Everybody can't be up front dealing with all the customers. Some people, you got to know where you belong at. Yeah, but you got some women, they okay with that. You got some women, as long as they got a body, as long as they got a body laying next to them at night, as long as they got somebody to call a man, he ain't got to do nothing. You got some women, they just desperately want somebody. He don't have to contribute. He don't have to do anything. They just want him to be around. They just want to have a man to claim. He ain't even got to be a man. They just want a man to claim. And it's a lot of females that are doing that mess. Yeah, people gonna have to get to a point in life where you just got to get people on your level. You have to get people that's got the same goals. They are driven as you. You know what I mean? You want somebody that, that's gonna benefit. And my thing is, with Kevin Federline, if you end up with a man or a woman with this type of status, with these type of credentials, do the Kamora Simmons. Kamora Simmons was married to Russell Simmons, Ron brother from Ron DMC. What I like about Kamora Simmons, she learned a lot from him. She learned a lot from Russell. Kamora had her own shoe line. Kamora had her own clothing line. Baby fat. She learned from him and built her own craft. And because she was married to a man with such status, she was able to get a lot of opportunities, and she used them. And to this day, even though he's probably not paying child support anymore, because I think those girls are older now, she still benefited from that marriage for the simple fact that she took all of what she learned from him and she utilized that. That's what Kevin Federline should have did. He was with a woman that's successful. He was with a woman that had that much status. Do y'all realize how many opportunities he could have used other than just collect child support? He would have got a lot just based on the clout. But this is what happens when you take somebody out the hood and you bring them into Hollywood. When you take somebody out the hood and bring them into Hollywood, they don't know how to take advantage of golden opportunities. His way of taking advantage was collecting child support. And the sad part is, I would not be surprised he might win. He may end up and get an increase because her finances have increased. He done had custody of them boys now almost 19 years. I believe he's going to get that increase. I could be wrong, but I believe he's going to get it. And that's really going to suck. That Sydney is a joke. I get this vibe from him where he's just a crook. I just don't trust him. He is her manager. Oh hell, I didn't know that. Just my 4 cents. Oh hell, she done pulled the Mary J. Blige. You done blew me with that. Just my 4 cents. I didn't know that was her manager. How the hell I did not know? I didn't know that. I didn't know. Wow, she really in for it, because if he's her manager, he knows all of her business affairs. When you let somebody manage your business, now she's not going to be able to lie. If they divorce a year from now, whatever, he has access to all her books, to all her records, to all her receipts. That's dumb. She should have somebody else totally not married or committed to her over her funds. I would have trusted a stranger managing her assets for her before I would trust him. Yeah, I also say it's a build-a-bum. A lot of women think with money they can make these men projects. They try to build these men up and make them projects. They buy their suits, they buy their drawers, buy their boxers, buy their goddamn gator shoes. They fix these men up as projects and end up getting shafted in the end. Yeah, Nolan, that's the other bad part, because by him having full custody, he has a big advantage to manipulate them. He has a big advantage to manipulate them boys. He can sit there and poison them and say all kind of stuff. That is the only bad part about being the non-custodial parent. The custodial parent has a big advantage in manipulating the situation. I hopefully for her sake. But you know what? This is what she signed up for. Again, Kevin Federline was in a relationship. He had a woman. She took him away from another woman. And this is what kills me about some women. A lot of women will create their own demise. They create their own demons. You pick up somebody who you know that's in a relationship. You pick up somebody who you know that's married. And because you figure you got more money, or you got more this, you got more that, you got no problem snagging this man from another woman. Not sympathizing with the fact that she's a woman just like you. You know, at the end of the day, what women don't realize, we all are sisters. We all are sisters. Whether we black, white, Puerto Rican, we all are sisters. And the fact that we do not respect one another's property, and you wonder why the same thing happened to you, now you want sympathy. I don't sympathize with Brittney. I don't. Because she had no sympathy. Could you imagine all of what Shar had to go through, seeing paparazzi constantly taking pictures of her child's father with Britney Spears? Shar went through a lot of heartache behind that. And now it's Britney Spears' turn. That's just the way it is. But see, Candy and Todd, that's the only way it's gonna last. Both of y'all gonna want to have to win. Your partner is gonna have to want to win just as bad as you. You need a partner that's gonna contribute, not take. If you with somebody that's constantly withdrawing and not depositing, you're gonna lose. I think she made him sign a prenup. I think at first, he tried to buck it, but I think she made him do a prenup. I think so. And I think about it, like I said, a lot of men, guys are figuring out, guys are getting hip to the game. Evelyn from basketball, like Evelyn from Basketball Wives, when she was messing with oh, what's the guy? She just had a little boy from him. What, I can't remember what the hell his name is. I'm gonna have to look his name up. I forgot the guy's name. He's a baseball player. Evelyn had a little boy from him. Evelyn. He's a baseball player. I cannot remember his name. He's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, he definitely he ended up jumping ship on Evelyn because Evelyn basically was trying to she wanted to marry him and not do a prenup. Yeah, Carl Crawford. That's his name. Yeah. Carl Crawford. He figured out Evelyn was trying to latch on to his assets by any means. I mean, she already had the first little boy from him, and she kept trying. She was trying so bad to get another child from him. She was trying her damnness to get pregnant twice. Then they had plans to get married, but the problem was she didn't want to do no prenup. And he knew that had he not signed no prenup, she was going to get half of all of his earnings. And he said, oh, hell no. He ran out of there. He jumped he jumped ship. And I can't blame him. I cannot blame him. You go all them years building your career. You done got to this point where you successful and you earned all of this money, and you marry somebody and you don't sign no paperwork, and that person will not agree to do a prenup. Because if it was really about love, you shouldn't mind a prenup or not. You should understand that that person had all of these assets before you came in their life. How dare you want all or half of what that person done earned? It's just crazy to me. That agreement don't matter. He got his own right. Prenups are not insurance. Yeah, prenups are tricky. That's the only bad part. Prenups are tricky, and really, once children are involved, that person's still gonna get a good bit from you. Once children are involved, they're still gonna benefit either way it goes. Either way, but the sad part is, I mean, Mary J. Blige and Kendall didn't have any children. He still benefited. He's still walking away with something. I've seen it happen so many times. That's why it's important that when you meet somebody, they come to the table with just as much to lose as you. You better make sure whoever you deal with, they got just as much to lose as you. If you got more to lose than them, then you might want to reconsider before you take things to another level. That's the only bad part. Because like I said, everybody wants to put up this front, and that's how it always is in the beginning. Everybody is in love in the beginning. Everybody, you on this honeymoon high. So everybody's going to put their best foot forward. But the bad part is, when the grits hit the fan, people could get really evil. People could get evil. This same man that's taking you out to dinner, buying roses, buying you flowers, the same beautiful woman that act like she loves you and so crazy about you, could turn around and be your worst goddamn nightmare. I'm telling you, people get evil. When people break up, you see a whole nother side of them. People really show another side to them when the relationship ends. Yeah, I mean, and then it go both ways. If you want to sign a prenup, that's telling me you don't trust me. So Nolan is it could go either or. You know what I'm saying? You already want a prenup. Well, that's letting me know you don't trust me right up front. So why should I marry you? See, that could go either way, Nolan. That's the thing about it. And then, like you said, but if they don't want to sign it, that's not a good thing either. Because why won't you sign it? Oh, so you want to get my money. Because if you really love me, for me, it shouldn't matter, prenup or not. It's a sticky situation either way it goes. I think they're going to. Child, by That marriage with Monica, her husband, that marriage gonna end quicker than damn pantyhose from the dollar store. I'm not. I just feel like both of them phony as hell. I'm not buying it. It just like I say, and you don't have to be just a celebrity to watch yourself. You could be the kind of person, even if you just hardworking. My best girlfriend before she passed away, I mean, she picked up a guy who was literally from the bottom, literally. Um, when she met him, he was, living in a shelter, for men, homeless guys and stuff. He was living in a shelter. She was a single mom with two handsome boys, and she was a workaholic. She always worked, very independent. She was a strong woman of God. She was really, really a good girl, a really good person. And, unfortunately, she picked up this guy who was much older than her, and basically by him being a street guy, he was one of them guys always been in the streets, been in and out of the prison system at a young age. He had a lot of past troubles in his life. And so unfortunately when they started a relationship, he really didn't have much to offer her. She was the one that had to offer everything to him. She was the one who had the place to stay. She was the one who had the job. He came to her with none of that. And she loved him enough, and she cared about him enough to take him in and accept her, and accept him at his lowest. She loved him enough to not be judgmental of his situation. And she took him in her home, allowed him to be around her boys. And, the sad part was he really showed his behind. He showed his true colors, when he did get on his feet, and due to her helping him, when he did get on his feet and he started making money, and he started doing good, he was taking most of the money, saving it up, stacking his bank account, making his bank account fat, giving her some crumbs here and there, only paying for a bill here and there, not really contributing. In the one or two bills that she was asking him to pay, he almost acted like he had an attitude with that. He did not want to do nothing. And you have some men that's like that. You got some simps that's like that. When they know they got a woman that's real independent, and she will work, and she will provide and make a way, they will sit back and let that woman do everything. You got some simp ass dudes that are like that. Not all guys do that, but you got some, guys that are like that. And I just remember a couple of times she would just call me, and she was so disappointed and frustrated with the fact that she had to really pull teeth to get him to be the man of the house, to get him to do things that a married man is supposed to do. And when she married him, it just made him even more lazier. And that's why I tell people you have to be careful. If you know you a workaholic, you work, and you believe in having nice things, make sure the person you hook up with shares those same values as you. Because if you're the only one that's working, and you're the only one that wants something nice and fulfilling out of life, and they don't, then what's the purpose of having them in your life? If they don't want to grind as hard as you, and they don't want to have as much than you, then what's the point? Same thing with you guys. You picking up these women that are not an asset to you. That got more damn problems than a math book, but she feels she can disrespect you, take you through all kind of changes, take you through all kind of, unnecessary drama. You take her on, you take on her kids, you take on her baggage, you take on her issues. And yet, through all of that, she is ungrateful. She's unappreciative. You cannot pick up somebody that's not on your level. I guarantee you will pay for it every time. Exactly. A real man, and exactly. And he would not do that, my 4 cents. He would not do that. It was like the more he knew that she was going to do, the less he would do. The less he was going to do. He sat back and let her do everything just because he knew she was strong. So believe it or not, guys, every woman that you see that got kids and you feel like she got baggage, that don't mean she's not containing her baggage. That don't mean she's not holding it down. Believe it or not, a lot of you guys, some of y'all got baggage. Y'all come to women with all these kids, you paying child support. You come to these women, if you don't have kids you paying child support for. You got these bitter ass ex-wives who you know is still problematic. You know you going into another relationship with a lot of unresolved issues, and very rarely do y'all prepare the new woman y'all with for all the problems you got. Usually by the time the woman finds out, she done already got involved too deep. You men, y'all do the same thing. Y'all can be pretty deceiving at times. Y'all know your baby mama crazy. You know she bipolar. You know she's schizophrenic. And you will not warn the new woman that's with y'all. Y'all won't tell her. Y'all won't tell them that. Y'all will not. You know, so it ain't just women with all these kids that's got all this drama. You know, I hear bloggers talk about, you know, single mothers all the time. Single mothers this, single mothers that, and y'all got all these kids, and y'all always looking for help. And some of these single fathers, y'all got a lot of damn baggage too now. Only difference is the kids don't live with y'all, so it's easy for y'all to kind of get by. But y'all got baggage. I mean, when I met my husband, I had no children. He was the one that had 2 kids. I didn't have any. Just like y'all men, y'all don't want no woman with a bunch of goddamn kids. You got some women out there, we don't want no man with no bunch of goddamn kids. I was the kind of female, if you had any kids, I ran away from you like you farted. I'm not gonna lie. I did not want a man with children because I know how much drama comes with that. Believe me, you got some black women out there that's just as picky as y'all. We don't want you if you got a bunch of goddamn kids too. Every black woman is not the average black woman. Every black woman don't want a bunch of goddamn kids. Every black woman don't want a bunch of goddamn baby daddies. I'm a living witness. I have one baby daddy and I married him. I was never one of those black women. I ain't want all that. I ain't want no bunch of churn. I ain't want to stay in no project housing. I ain't want to be bothered. Believe me, you got some black women out there that don't play that shit. All of us ain't on that project chick level. All of us ain't with that. I wasn't one. I still ain't one. I'm married and I still don't have a bunch of kids. I'm not with that. I don't have time for that. Some of us out there are just as picky as y'all. We don't want all them problems. I never ate y'all until today on the show. Oh, your secret is safe with me, 4 cents. I'm not going to tell your wife. I'm going to tell her when you stop paying up, though. Ain't that's what women do? A woman will keep her mouth closed as long as you paying her. The moment you don't pay her, she will put you on blast. You stop paying, I'm a snitch. I'm telling you, women, we can be conniving. We can be conniving with that dollar bill. I'm quiet as long as you pay me. I won't say a word. I'm not telling nobody nothing. My ex like that tried to come back 5 months after I had my daughter because he saw I wasn't funny. Good. I get that. I give you props, Uptown, for you to be a single mother. I'm glad that you didn't allow that fantasy of having a baby daddy around to make you tolerate his shenanigans. I'm glad you holding it down with just you and your daughter. You ain't going after him about no child support. That's less problems. That's less problems. The less you get from him, the less you got to worry about dealing with them. So you actually done put yourself in a good place, and that takes a lot. I know it's not easy being a single mom, but I can commend you for not allowing your circumstances to handicap you, because you got a lot of women around here that are single mothers and they constantly want sympathy. They use it as a crutch. I'm a single mom. I ain't got no help. I don't get no assistance. A lot of them just use it as a crutch. So I can respect that. As all single mothers and don't have that ratchet mentality where they want child support or they want this, they want that. I know a girl, her old man had big money. He was a producer. She did not want no child support from him. He been fighting to see his child, and she will not let up. Her child grown now. She did not want his child support because her thing was, if I give in and he paid child support, then I'm going to have to allow. Then I'm going to have to give in for visitation. Then I'm going to have to give in with custody rights, and I don't want to deal with him. So I'd rather him not pay nothing. But not many do that. So that just really shows your character, that you're not gonna allow your circumstance to make you tolerate all type of bull. That's called being a grown-ass woman uptown. So I can respect that. And by the way, she has a beautiful little girl. She sent me a picture of her. She's a really pretty baby. But some of y'all out there, some of y'all women, y'all don't learn. Y'all do it 4-5 times, and then you want a Captain Save-A-Hole. You want somebody that's gonna come in and rescue you from the chaos you created. And some of you men got 5, 6, 7 baby mamas, and you want a woman to come into your life. That's why I decided not to have kids, because I don't want to be putting back. I don't blame you, Nolan. That's called wisdom. You're using wisdom. You see how it's affecting other people. You see the chaos that it's creating. So you're using your wisdom. That's what it's all about. I preach this all the time. Wisdom and knowledge. People need to learn how to research wisdom. They need to learn how to use it. They need to learn how to implement wisdom. Wisdom will protect you from a lot of things. A lot of things. A lot of people don't want to use wisdom. And that's how they end up in certain situations. Even if you're not sure, there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody and saying, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I really like this girl. I really like this guy. But the problem is they got this, they got that, they got that. You got some people, they got too much pride and they too smart for their own good, and they figure they got all the answers and they know all of what they doing. They won't go talk to somebody. They won't try to seek any help. They won't try to get any guidance. They do things and then they ask questions later after damage is done. I've always been the type of person, I always look at the worst of what can happen before I actually do something. You have to analyze the whole situation. You can't have a tunnel vision. You can't just look at one or two things. You got to look at the whole overall situation. Like I said, you got some women out there, we just as picky. I didn't have any children. My husband had children. And it was a lot that I had to go through. His ex-wife, was, very ghetto, uneducated, I can go on and on and on, but, she was just drama. And to this day, I've been married for 18 years, and it's still the same way it's always been. She has not changed one bit. The kids are grown now. Hell, the kids didn't even have kids. She's a grandmother, and she's still the same bitter, evil wench that she's always been. And I'm like, well, you know what? I'm over it. I'm good. If you don't want to talk and hatch things out like a grown woman, you got some people that they like to be mad. You got some people they like to be angry. You got some people they take drama like it's medication. They take it twice a day. You got some people they just like to live in chaos. Not everybody wants to live in peace. I'm the kind of person I'd rather sit down, hash it out. You express your feelings, I express my feelings. Let's come up with a resolution. Some people don't like peace. Some people love chaos. Some people are addicted to drama. And when you meet people that are addicted to drama, them the kind of people you'll never reason with them anyway. You're never going to have an understanding. Until then, no kiss for me. I agree with you, Nolan. 1,000%. Yeah, that's the thing about it. A lot, and the sad part is, Samuel, a lot of people, they don't think that deep. A lot of people don't realize all of these earthly possessions, all of these things that we make such a big deal, that, we worry about our house, we worry about our success. And my thing is, there's nothing wrong with being proud of your accomplishments. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your success, but you cannot worship success. Don't worship it. It's a difference between being proud of your accomplishments and worshiping your accomplishments, because as you stated, Williams, it's going to come a day where we all going to have to leave here. And guess what? You can't take none of this stuff with you. You can't take your degrees with you. You can't take your mansions with you. You can't take your Rolls Royce. None of this stuff, you cannot take it with you. You cannot bring this stuff with you to heaven or hell. And you got so many people that's placing so much emphasis on material things until you get in a situation in which you realize how much that stuff don't matter to you. People don't realize how much money don't matter till they get in a situation that money can't fix. When your doctor tells you you only got 2 weeks to live, you got 3 weeks to live because you've been diagnosed with cancer or you've been diagnosed with kidney failure, guess what? You're not thinking about no mansion. You're not thinking about how much money you got in the bank. You're thinking about your health. Your life starts to matter to you. And it's sad that a lot of people will do not take their life serious till they get in a situation where they know their life is on the line. That's when reality sinks in for people. When you get in a situation, God forbid, you lose a child, something serious or tragic happens, you're not thinking about your cause, you're not thinking about your money, you're not thinking about that. And it's unfortunate that things have to happen to keep us in check, to keep us in reality. That money isn't everything. It is a blessing. It is a blessing. Being in poverty ain't good either now. Go both ways. Be struggling is not living a life either. But at the same time, we have to realize money is not everything. Because at the end of the day, you cannot take it with you. Money cannot hold you. Money can only comfort you for a little while. I don't care how much you shop. I don't care how much you spend money, how much you go out and you buy this, you buy that. When you done got done swiping your card, when you done got done buying this and buying that, you can still feel empty. Until you get a true spiritual divine connection with God, all of these earthly things on this earth is only going to fulfill you but so much. It's only going to keep you contented but for so long. It comes a point where you realize the most important things in life, it has little or nothing to do with money. At this point, I'm at a point in my life where I'm more concerned with being at peace. I'm more concerned. To me, that's more important right now than a dollar. I like peace. I don't like drama. I don't like chaos. I don't like negative people. That is why my circle is so small. I don't hardly have any friends because I have had my share of negative people in my life, and I'm just on a whole nother level. The moment I see anything shady, I don't care if we've been friends for 8 years. I don't care if we've been friends since middle school. The moment I get a shady vibe from you and you show me a different side that I have not seen, I am out. Once a person shows me their left hand, I'm not going to stick around and wait for you to see your right hand. I'm just not going to. I've had too many negative encounters with friendships with women because the problem is with women, the reason why we cannot really be genuine with one another and the reason why we really can't grow and get to the next level because we're always undercoverly competing with one another. We're always competing with one another. We're always we basically, women have gotten to a point now to where women are willing to take some really extreme cutthroat measures. Women have no problem cutting each other's throats. I have had my share. I've never been one to make friends with any and everybody anyway. I've never been one of those women that got to have a bunch of goddamn friends. I'm the kind of girl, I can go to Starbucks, get my coffee, come home, chill, watch my movies, hang out with my old man, and I'm good. I'm not one of those females where I got to have company. I got to have females around me. I got to always have friends because I've been burnt so many times. And the more that you have been burnt, the less tolerance you have when it comes to dealing with people. You get what I'm saying? So I've just gotten to the point now to where my circle is very small. You got more friends than me, Hershey. I don't even have 5 or 6 friends. I am down to maybe 1 or 2 now. The one best friend I did have that was a diehard chick, she died in 2015. And that was my best friend. Okay, she was somebody who genuinely wanted me to win. If you have a real friend, and the same thing for you guys, if you got a real friend that wants to see you win, that's the kind of friend you hold on to. But these undercover, biting ass, cutthroat ass, fake ass, female friends, you don't need to bother them. I'm telling you, the moment you see one sign of them being shady, cut them off. Don't keep sitting up there making excuses. That's just how she is. And she always been that way. Don't keep condoning somebody else's behavior. Once somebody shows you they're shady and they don't mean you well, you need to leave them alone. I promise you. Yeah, I just uptown. I'm just on a whole different level. I just, like I said, I may have one or two. Guess what? My circle's so small. How about I'm in process of filling out job applications? I'm not even lying to y'all. I don't even have any references to use. That's how small my circle is. I don't even have any goddamn references. The only references I can use is my family. And most of these times when you fill out applications, your references cannot be related. That's when you know you don't have no friends. When you can't even put nobody down for a damn job reference. I'm like, damn, my circle is that small. I promise y'all, I don't have any friends like that. I don't. Because it's just too much. People they so dirty these days, bro. I'm telling you. The last friendship I had, that friendship, it took a lot out of me. Because you have some of my ladies, if y'all want to keep it real and co-sign with me on this, some of these females, they just as possessive as a husband. Some of these females with these friendships, I'm telling you, they want too much of your time. They want too much of your attention. The last friendship I was in, I felt like I was in a lesbian relationship because she was constantly in my ass. Like I was a goddamn lesbian. Where you at? What you doing? Why you didn't pick up the phone? If you don't get the hell on. Yeah, Nolan. Yeah, I'm telling you, they be undercoverly hating. I'm telling you, they don't want to see you win, yo. I'm telling you. I don't have any friends and I'm fine. I'm content. I'm not mad. I'm not jealous with anybody who got a bunch of goddamn friends. To me, I ain't trying to be funny, but when you get old, all that, my bestie, my wifey. What's up with these women calling each other besties and that's my wifey? But females are just on a whole nother level. Females, they just too possessive. This one last friend I had, this broad called me like all the time. She called me constantly. I felt like she was my goddamn probation officer. She called me every day about the same drama all the god doggone time. I'm like, yo, you don't have a new problem? You don't have the same problem for almost a year. I'm telling y'all, let me tell y'all, I got a true story. I'm not going to go into too much details because I don't know how many people view my channels. But, true story, y'all. I was real tight on the last place of business where I worked at. I was real tight with this one female. Me and her was like that. Now, mind you, it took a lot for me to even get close to her because I'm a very funny person. I'm a Scorpio. My zodiac sign is a Scorpio. And Scorpios, we are very distinctive people. We don't get close to just anybody. You got to be one of a kind for a Scorpio to deal with you. I'm not even going to front. We very, very picky. Me and her was real cool. Hey, E-Queen, welcome to my channel. Welcome to Cafe de Paris. I'm passing around my church collection plate. You're welcome to pay your tithes. Pay y'all 10%. I'm just joking, but yeah, we was really tight. I met her basically how we became friends. We both was in the same department. Together. And what happened was it was a lot of cutthroat stuff going on in our department. Now, mind you, I was new. I was kind of new to this job. I was still learning my way around and all of that, you know. And what happened was at the time, we had a boss that was kind of like a redneck or undercover racist. And what happened was, she slowly but surely, she took me under her wing, and she had pretty much put me on about him. She had put me on because she knew he was getting ready to pull a dirty stunt on me. Okay? So basically, she pulled me aside and she was like, yo, him and his wife started sleeping together. I'm telling you just my 4 cents. I'm telling you, you got some cutthroat people out there. But yeah. She put me on with what our current boss, our former boss at the time. She was telling me what he was trying to pull something slick with me. He basically was trying to set me up to get fired. Because I guess what happened was, he became intimidated by me for whatever reason because I was doing really well on the job site. Because some people, they can hire you, but when they realize you just as smart as they are, then they want to get rid of you. So slowly, but, she came to me and she told me this, and I did my research because I figured maybe she lying or whatever. And sure enough, he was getting ready to pull something. And what happened was, me and her ended up coming together. We came together because we was the only 2 black women in that department. So it was kind of one of those things where we realized the only way we was going to survive was to befriend each other and to build a buddy system. And that's basically what happened. Yeah, true story. And that's what happened. So what happened was, when we became friends on the job, we looked out for each other, and nobody knew we was friends except us. And that's the way we wanted it. We didn't want no outsiders. That way we was able to put each other on. You feel what I'm saying? Without other people knowing, oh, don't say nothing to her and this and that because you friends with her and blah, blah, blah. So that was our little alliance, So we going out of town. We traveling. Doing all kind of stuff together. And slowly but surely, when you hang around somebody, you just start picking up on things that becomes unsettling to you. And even though she was cool as far as having somebody on the job, as having my back, I just started noticing there was things that was really kind of rubbing me the wrong way with her. Point in case, I'm not going to name everything because that's just too much time. It's been plenty of scenarios. But just to give you that example, hey, hiring people. Yeah, he was real. Yeah, he was real cutthroat. And then he ended up quitting the job. He did all of that, and I ended up staying a year or 2 longer than him. But anyway. But this situation I'm getting ready to tell y'all is bigger than him. He was the least of my worries. He wasn't even my enemy, y'all. A lot of time, your enemy don't be who the hell you think it's going to be. Your enemy is the person you least expect. And y'all are going to see why when I get done telling y'all this story. So, the first case in point, because like I said, we both work in the same department. And you had asked me, because she had a daughter, and she had asked me to donate something. She wanted if I could donate something for her daughter fundraiser. Me being a friend I am, I'm like, yeah, I got you, no problem. Gave her $20. I ordered popcorn or something, I don't know. And I noticed almost 2-3 weeks went by and she did not say nothing about the fundraiser. And I'm like, what's going on anyway? And I so happened to ask her, I said, so, are we still getting the popcorn or blah, blah, blah? Oh, girl, man, them people talk about they ain't even got the shipment again. So, I mean, if you want to just consider it just a donation, we could just consider it a donation. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay. It's small, but I'm looking, because I'm the kind of person, I analyze everything. And that kind of just blew me. I'm like, how can you blow something off like that? How do you get to decide, I pay, because I give you money for the popcorn, you're going to tell me to consider it a donation? So I'm like, okay, that's sign number 1. Okay? First thing I saw. A couple of things I saw after that. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into everything because we don't have that kind of time. So I peeped that. I said, all right. Second time, you did all kind of little things to show you inconsiderate, and basically you basically you a bitch. You showed you got a lot of bitchy tendencies about yourself. And like I said, I didn't really think deep on it, but it's the little things. It's the little things you let slide. You let stuff slide and escalate and escalate and escalate. I let it slide, and it was all kind of other stuff. But what really broke the camel's back, this is what did it. This is when I knew, okay, I'm going to have to end the friendship with this broad. Like I said, it's been all kind of little stuff she was doing. You know, after that, most recent thing that ended the friendship basically was she invited me to a function of hers. And I told her, I said, okay, no problem. She had just got her degree from school, and I guess she wanted to do like a girls' night out, and she wanted all of us to hang out and everything and celebrate her accomplishment. Me being a friend I am, of course. Okay, you got your degree. Let's go out. Let's go have some drinks. So she texted me, and she told me verbally as well. She said, if you come to the function, the only thing you got to cover is your drink. My sister is going to pay for everybody's food. And I'm like, okay, cool. Sounds like a good gesture. But I'm going to be honest with you. When she told me that, I was still a little skeptical because I knew her and her sister had a funny relationship. You know, a female who got a sister where they kind of think they better than each other and they be trying to compete against each other. She kind of had that kind of, bond with her sister. So I thought it was strange when she told me her sister was going to pay for everything. I'm like, wow, okay, no problem. We get there, met a sister friends. We all sitting down, we all having drinks, we all at the seafood restaurant. So after we done sat there for like an hour or two, the bill comes to the table. Okay? Some of y'all probably done already heard the story before, but I got to keep telling it because it's just so funny. And to this day, it just still puzzles me. So the waitress comes to the table and says, are you okay? How's this bill going to get taken care of? This broad, her sister, digs in her pocketbook and realizes she don't have her debit card. She don't have her debit card to pay for the food. Okay? So, her sister friends, everybody's there asking her, well, do you think you left it? Do you think you dropped it somewhere? And she's like, I don't know. I probably dropped it. I don't know where it is. I can't find it. She done emptied her whole damn pocketbook on the table. All these cards, and she can't find her debit card. I'm like, wow, really? So, they're trying to help her find a card. Her friends looking all in her card. And to me at this point, I'm like, I already know what's going to end up happening with this. And I always bring my own money. So I'm good. I mean, I have my own money. I've never put myself in a position where I depend on somebody to pay for my food. I always bring my own money. Anyway. So she realizes she can't find a card. So my friend at the time, she needed to borrow my phone. So I gave her my phone because her phone was dying and she needed to go online banking, I guess, so she could transfer her funds. So I'm thinking she's transferring her funds so she can pay for everybody. After all, your sister was the one who was supposed to pay for all this. So I'm thinking, well, maybe she gonna handle it. Y'all won't believe what this broad does. The waiter comes back to the table. She tells the waiter, I'm gonna pay for me and I'm gonna pay for my sister. Now this is when everybody came to your event. We all brought you gifts. We bought you cards. We all bought you a nice token for your accomplishment. I brought her a glass. I brought her a bottle of wine and I gave her a nice card with it. And you wait till we all done sat here and done ate $200 worth of food to tell us you just gonna pay. That's what a lot of people say uptown. Everybody feel like it was a setup. That's how everybody felt. Okay? So, of course, me and the other guests that came, I know everybody felt some type of way now. Just nobody showed it. But everybody felt some type of way. With good reason. So, we all pay for our own food or whatever. And her sister goes and says, I'm so sorry. Her apology was just as fake as Monique. I'm sorry. I hate to be a downer. I'm so sorry. I don't know what I did with my card. I'm like, all right. So we all pay 5 meals. We leave. And I'm expecting my friend at this point in time. We going outside into the parking lot. Her sister done pulled off and left. So I'm expecting her to say something. You know what I mean? Even if it was something like, oh, girl, I don't know how my sister could do this to me. I'm so embarrassed. You know, I'm looking for some type of empathy. Something somewhere. And she acts like it's no big deal. Should we get out into the car, to the parking lot on our way, get in our cars, loading up, getting ready to leave? Ha, 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 ha. Girl, I had a good time. I'm glad y'all came out. Blah, blah, blah. This, that. And I'm still feeling some type of way. You know, and I'm like, I'm still feeling unsettled with the situation. So I'm thinking, maybe right now she's too embarrassed to say anything because her guests are there. Her sister didn't pay for the meal. I'm like, okay, maybe right now she's just too embarrassed to address it. So I'm thinking, because we talk to each other every day, because you call me every day like we have a lesbian relationship. You constantly call me. You constantly keeping up with me. We get home, you didn't say a word. Saturday, you didn't say nothing. Sunday, you didn't say nothing. Monday, you didn't say nothing. So Tuesday, when we both came back to work, I'm thinking, okay, right now, it's just me and you. Maybe she'll address it now. I'm still looking for you to say something about how that situation went down. Even, I'm looking for you to say, well, my sister found her card. I'm looking, you didn't say anything. Y'all, when she came on the job, this broad acted like nothing ever happened. She talking about everything but that. She talking about what kind of groceries she got to pick up. She got to go drop her clothes off at the laundry. She talking about everything but would not address that. Now keep in mind, she is one of these type of females, but if somebody does something to her, she's going to address them immediately, because I've seen her do it. So I'm surprised that this female that you expect people to address things, now it's your turn. You don't feel a need to do it. So I'm watching you. So at that point I knew, I said, you know what? I'm done with this friendship. I'm done. I don't want to fake it. I don't want to act like everything is fine. I said, I'm done being fake. I'm done. Either she was, or both, or it could have been both. But I was done at that point in time. So what happened was, she still come to work acting like nothing happened. So at that point I stopped talking to her. And when I had stopped talking to her, she felt the vibe instantly. You could feel the tension in the room. You could cut it with a knife. Because when I said I cut her off, I literally cut off. All that, hey girl, he, like we used to always do every morning. I said, I'm not doing that no more. Because I'm on a different level with you. And once I get on a different level with you, I'm not going to treat you the same way. That's how I operate. So she felt the vibe. She knew I was done. So that was her opportunity then to address it and say, well, Mocha, are you upset? Are you angry? Whatever. Is there something we could talk about? This brought her so much pride. She would not ask me what I was upset about. That's how you know. This is when I knew from the jump. This female had no respect for me as a woman. She had no respect for me as a friend. Because this is not the first time she's done something inconsiderate and disregarded my feelings. And that was my fault. I created that monster. I would be woman enough to admit that. When you allow somebody to get comfortable with disrespecting you, the disrespect, it escalates. And it does. And that's what happened. So, we not talking for 2 weeks. We passing each other like ships in the night. She coming, I'm going. To the point to where when I used to come to work, if there was a message or something that our boss left us, I wouldn't even verbally tell her out my mouth. I wrote it down. That's how funky it got. It got funkier than an old batch of collard greens when I stopped talking to her. So instead of her being woman enough, her thing was, okay then, if you ain't gonna talk to me, well, I ain't gonna talk to you either. And that's what happened. 2 weeks later, I'm on my job. Hold on, wait a minute, I almost missed the detail. The other thing I noticed, because she was one of them females, she liked to vent and put everything on Facebook. She puts all her problems, she put all her emotions, she put all her feelings on Facebook. So what I did was, I didn't put nothing on Facebook because I didn't want her to get any indication that I was feeling some type of way. Even though she knew I was feeling some type of way, I was not going to use social media to express that. At the time, we Facebook friends. I go on your Facebook page because, again, I know she like to, anything that pisses off, she posts it on Facebook. You go on Facebook and you put, some people could be so mother effing childish. Some people could be so mother effing fake. And I'm like, the nerve of you to call me out when you was the one who showed me you was the fake person. Acting like your sister got all this money and all this and that and everything, blah, blah, blah. You was the one who showed your true colors. Okay? But you want to flip the script because that's what she called herself, trying to manipulate the situation. What she really was, she tried to make her convince herself that I was really like that I was the selfish one and all of that when I came to support you. So 2 weeks later, I think it was like 3 o'clock, I get an HR and I get a director coming in my office. Now anybody knows, whenever you see a director and HR assistant, is only one of two things. Somebody going to get fired or somebody's under investigation. Whenever you get the HR director and your boss and both of them come together to confront you, it's not good. Okay? So, when she posted that Facebook message, not only that wasn't the only Facebook message she posted. The second thing, this is the biggest thing. This one I knew she was getting ready to pull something dirty. She goes on Facebook the next day and she got her little flunky friends with her co-signing on her bull. Yeah, girl, fake this and bitches is fake and all that. You got all your little flunkies co-signing with you and they don't even know the story. All right? So they up there co-signing and talking all this trash with her. She goes and she posts, never bite the hand that feeds you. Put yourself in my shoes. What would y'all have deciphered from that message? She posted on Facebook now, all this beef, all this time we not talking, we not dealing with each other. You gonna post on Facebook, never bite the hand that feeds you. What would y'all have gathered from that? Had y'all been in my situation? I'll tell you. What basically happened was, that was a subliminal message to me that she was getting ready to pull something. Diggs the Swag King, thank you for coming in. I know you kind of late on what's going on. I was talking about a bunch of different things, but right now I'm talking about how females got to be careful with friendships with other females, because there's a lot of cutthroat females out here who will try to burn you. So basically, I'm sharing my personal life experience on what happened. Exactly. Ain't it, Hershey? That's what the hell I said. We're on the same page, okay? Exactly, E Queen. Okay, I just want to make sure y'all following me, because this is going to get better. I promise you. And I wish I was lying about the story, but I'm not. The only reason why I'm sharing this experience with y'all, because this is my way to let y'all know you got to be very careful with who you allow in your circle. Okay? When she put that, I knew something. She was going to pull something. Back to my story. Hey, I didn't even put no damn notification. I messed up. I told y'all I'm like the FBI. You never know when I'm gonna show up. Yeah, but Matt V, I was telling everybody about the situation I went through with a certain female, and why it's very important that you are careful with who you allow in your circle. So basically, I'm sharing a real life situation that happened with me. And the reason I'm telling everybody this is because you really have to be careful with who you allow into your circle. HR and my boss comes in my office, y'all. They tell me that it was brought to their attention that somebody had gave them that basically they stated that somebody found something on the company computer. Okay? Now keep in mind, the company computer, all of us in that department use the computer for different things. You know what I'm saying? And me and her both was doing something that only me and her knew of. Okay? And basically, what I was doing at that point in time, I had changed some information on some on some insurance that I was receiving under the table. Okay? I had altered my check stub, and I just made my income look a little bit less than what it was. You get what I'm saying? I was trying to get cheap insurance for myself and for my daughter, because the insurance on the job is way too expensive. So basically, the only thing I did was I changed my information on my check stub, which really it was not hurting anybody. Who was it hurting that I changed my income on my check stub? Other than the company that was giving me insurance, I was not really being honest with them, but either way, I was still paying them. I just didn't pay them what I was supposed to pay them based on the income that I told them I had. But it wasn't hurting anyone. It wasn't even hurting the company that I was working for. Now, I could see if I took a company check and I changed the income and cashed it. Now, that's stealing from the company. That's embezzling from the company. So what I did was not hurting anyone. The only thing it was, I was only hurting myself by not being honest about my income. But it was not hurting anyone. Nobody knew this but me and her, okay? Now, keep in mind, at the time, she was doing the same exact thing. This was something we both taught each other. This was something we both did for each other on the low. Everybody got that one friend who they got their little connections with or whatever, okay? So, what happened was, they tells me that I left some information in the company computer. And at this point, I know I didn't leave no information in no company computer. Okay? But at this point, I can't argue. I got 2 against 1. You know, so when they presented the information to me, I couldn't lie about it because my name was all over it. You get what I'm saying? So they told me, based on the fact that I falsified information on my document, they was going to have to fire me. And I got fired that same day. That is what happened. And I knew who it came from. And basically, I had connected the dots, because being that I learned a lot of stuff on the job, in her mind, she felt like the reason I was there was because of her. Not taking into account that, yeah, you may have had my back, but at the same time, I had your back. So for you to take all the credit as if you helped me, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be where I wouldn't even been there. So you saying I had no part on having my position at the job. Like I'm just that dumb, I'm just that slow, I'm just that simple. Only because of you. That was the only reason I had my job. Not realizing, not understanding that it was times where I had her back as well. But that's what females do. When females stop being friends with you or they don't deal with you, they will sit up there and tell everybody what the hell they did, and they will not tell anybody what you did for them. It's all about, I paid her rent, I lent her my hair bundles, I did this, I did that. But let me tell you, the story gets better. Okay? So when they told me that, I knew instantly who it came from. I felt this small. I felt played. I felt like a herb because I've never allowed anybody to get over on me like that. I saw all the signs, and instead of me jumping ship when I first saw this broad was shady, I kept condoning it and thinking that, she really not that bad, this and that. I kept making up excuses and stuff for it. So anyway, I said, okay, let me get my stuff. Let me clear out my locker. I'm going. I'm out. You know what I mean? So left my job, called my mom, called my husband, told them what happened. And they already had an idea where it came from because they knew the whole situation that transpired. So actually, before I left, I did say this. I did say this to them when they told me that they was going to have to terminate me. I asked them, I said, where did y'all get this information from? Because I find it very funny that the moment I started having problems with somebody in this department, now I'm fired. Of course, confidential clause. They're not going to tell you who snitched on you. But I did that for a reason, to put a bug in their ear, to let them kind of know. But I knew at this point, nothing I said was going to change the fact that I was getting terminated. So, my thing was, I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought about it. And I told them, I said, you know what? If y'all think I'm the only one in this department that's shady, if y'all think I'm the only one in here that's deceiving, you better do all your investigation in this department. You better investigate everybody. Needless to say, she got fired 2 days later. She got fired 2 days later. You've been there longer than me. You put in 10, 11 years. You've been there longer than me. I only been there 3 years. And you thought because of your position, you thought because you've been there all these years, you thought that I was going to be dumb enough to sit up there and let you play me and I don't put you on blast. I bet she got fired 2 days later. And you know what the sad part was? The same day I got fired, because really, I wasn't even going to say nothing. I really wasn't. I was going to take my loss like a champ and keep going. But what pissed me off was the same day I got fired, I looked on her Facebook account and she puts, yes, hooray. You was happy with the fact that I lost my job. You was happy. You was happy. You rejoiced. And when you did that, I said, okay. Only thing I'm going to tell y'all is she got fired 2 days later. I'm not going to go into the details, but I tell you one thing, karma is a bitch. You dug a hole for me, and you fell back in the same hole that you dug for me. When you try to be dirty, and you try to be manipulative and conniving, and you think somebody is not going to catch on to what you're doing, she got burnt. She got burnt right back. And what I notice a lot about females that do conniving stuff, when it's done back to them, they cannot handle it. People that are so used to being dirty, when it's their turn to receive a dirty deed, they cannot handle it. They want to be the one to dish it out, but they can't take it. This is what happens. This is why I tell you women out there, and the same thing with you guys. Be careful who you allow in your circle. And my thing is something so simple. We both could have worked that out like women. Hold on, because I think one of my dogs opened my door. Something simple we could have worked out as women. But because of pride and because you want to be manipulative and conniving, you took something so simple and you caused me to get fired. And to this day, you will sit up there and lie and say you had nothing to do with it. It was too close. The same week or so, when all of that drama went down, I get fired a week later within the same month. No. You pulled something. And to this day, I believe what she did was the document that she knew I had, I believe she planted it there on the computer to make it look like I was using the company computer for it. And that's fine because you turned around and you got fired 2 days later. And the worst thing about it was she didn't even see her termination coming. She didn't even see it. At least I did have a sign that she was getting ready to do something. Even though it shocked me when it actually happened, but at least I was a lot more prepared than she was. She was nowhere prepared because she got so cocky. She was so confident with her dirt that she really didn't think, she thought she was invincible. She thought nothing was going to happen to her. Nothing. She was way more confident than me. And then to add insult to injury, everybody saw her get escorted off of campus. Nobody saw me get escorted. Nobody knew for sure if I lost my job or not. People kind of had to guess or assume. But with her, everybody saw it. Because they fired her the same morning she walked in before she even clocked in. This is what I'm saying. The bad part was we was the best people in that department. We was the best employees they had. We was the best. We was the top-notch employees. We was good at our job. But something so petty jeopardized all of that. All because I made friends with somebody who does not like to be held accountable for none of their actions. You got people, they don't mind making you pay for your actions, but they don't want to be accountable for theirs. And if you're dealing with a female that's like that, who would never apologize, who would never say they wrong, who never takes the blame on anything, you need to exit that friendship. Because that's going to be the same female. The moment you on her bump, or y'all fall out, or y'all get into it about something, mark my word, she is going to try to burn you. And the sad part was, y'all, even through all this mess, personal, secretive things we shared as women and our friendship. How dare you get mad and you want to air other people's dirty laundry? My thing is like this. If I fall out with somebody, me and that person talk, I'm done. I ain't got to blast you. I don't have to share none of your secrets. I don't do that. When I'm finished with you, let's just consider it cut and dry. You go your way, I go my way. We don't have to do all that pettiness. I don't believe in trying to do tit for tat. When we finish, let's just end it. But no, you had to take it to a whole nother level to the point where you had to get somebody's job fired but like a lot of people told me, basically, she was just intimidated by me. Because my thing is, if you was really happy with your position, you wouldn't have had to take me. If you really knew, if you was really that sure of yourself and you felt like I was dumb and I couldn't make it without you, you could have left me alone to hang my own self. You didn't have to enforce the issue by causing somebody to get fired. If you really felt like I was that dumb, if you really felt like I was that bad off, eventually I would have hung my own self. You know what I mean? My thing was, you will always find out when somebody has always been hating you the whole time. Because the moment y'all have a problem, they trying to go at your throat. You will know when a person is undercoverly hating on you because they will come at your throat the moment y'all have a problem. They will not waste no time coming at you. They're going to come at you right away. So my thing is, I felt like you've been hating. You were just waiting for the opportunity to present itself in which you could use it to your advantage. You've been waiting for me to mess up. You've been waiting for me to piss you off. You was looking for that opportunity to burn me when you could. Because that was a small situation, y'all. That situation was not that big for her to take it to the point, to that point. Be different if you caught me in bed with your man, something like that. I can see something like that. I'm messing with your husband or something. Over because I stopped dealing with you because you've been inconsiderate to me several times. If we ended our friendship over something that small, well, damn, I could only imagine if something big would have happened, how bad. She probably would have tried to kill me. You got that mad over something that simple. You didn't want to talk about it like women because you got too much pride. You'd rather go on Facebook and discuss it and throw subliminal messages with your little hood flunkies versus calling me and talking to me about it. Ladies, my only advice is be very careful with these friendships. In the words of Maya Angelou, when somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Do not wait for it to escalate. Well, I know I have rambled on and on and on about so many different topics, y'all. It's been really entertaining, rocking out with you guys, rocking out with my subscribers, my viewers. I thank everybody for all of the donations. I thank y'all for y'all support. I thank y'all for all of the love y'all have given me. I always enjoy doing my live chats with you guys because we actually are talking and communicating. And believe it or not, I enjoy that better than just doing my videos. Okay, I like the fact that I'm able to interact back and forth with all of you. So I am going to get ready to wrap it up because I know I have held y'all hostage long enough, but I really want to thank all of you for your support, from keeping my fan base growing. I really want to thank all of you, and remember, just be very selective about who you allow in your circle. The moment somebody shows you their true colors, don't keep sitting around thinking it's going to get better. Because trust and believe it's going to only get worse and worse and worse, okay? So, on that note, I want to thank all of you for rocking out with me today. It is your girl, Lady Mocha. And don't forget, I am working on my book. That project is almost finished. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to let everybody know because I definitely want everybody to get that book, okay? So, thank all of you for rocking out with your girl. It was a wonderful chat. And remember, this is Lady Mocha. I'm going to always pour you a cup of truth, and I'm going to always break you off a slice of knowledge. Y'all have a blessed one. Take care.